This episode of Speakers of Hydaelyn is made possible by our generous patrons like Scry de la Rosa, Omega Cat Comet, Ray Cypher, Hans Grenade, Anna Ginterrace, Bob Cici, Faris Gentoro, Cletus Oreo, Luke Leonatrell, Sapa Chakwatol, Courtney, Meili Algrim, Circuit Barakeel, Elam, Casey Schaefer, Lily Black, Chaitin, Chesha Soltiri, Ariel, Erisu Yamakawa, Sirful Alirafu, Daimos, Nina Grimsdaughter, Asuta Starbreeze, Umbral Wind, Quick Levin, Game Lord Geek, Sayuri Snowfall, Ignal the Dragon, Freya Subaki, Karen Robinson, Miscellaneous Cargo, Duke Jarlsberg, Stella Bell, and Pevin. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Hydaelyn.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Hydaelyn, episode 140. I am Lakeel Gravestone, and I'm joined today by Myla Vanadar.
Yaha, hey.
And, for the first time, the fourth speaker, Georgi! Rollo isn't here, but...
Rollo's getting married.
Yeah, but Georgi is here.
Rollo, I think, is my important days.
Oh yeah. Also, good luck, mods, because Georgi is still being caught by the auto mod. So enjoy that. In today's episode, we're going to discuss patch 4.57, and also more specifically, we're going to talk about the World Visit service. And everyone's looking forward to our in-depth discussion on that. And in the great discussion, we will continue our post-mortem Stormblood review, part 4 now. This time we're looking at the dungeons of Stormblood. And if we have time for it, Mog Mail. Now, remember to stay tuned for the post-show, because, believe it or not, Core is coming.
Oh my god. Wow.
The draft, the 5th draft for Core, episode 3, Legends Adrift, will premiere live on the post show today, and will be out for patrons shortly after the show, probably with a few adjustments. So don't miss that if you're watching on demand. Watch it live. Just watch it live for once.
Yeah.
Just live a little. Right, let's get right into quick news. No, it's called Stop.
Oh.
Almost recent events.
I trust this guy.
And in our first story, you can be Minfilia now.
But not
Again.
like
Once again.
yeah. With the like rag outfit.
Minfilia's.
It's not that ugly.
Is it the
It's
one?
okay.
It's the one she wears in the Hydaelyn thing, right?
Yeah, when she's in the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a nightgown.
It does
Yeah.
look like a nightgown. It looks like she shouldn't be wearing that outside.
It's in 2 parts.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have her like level up hair that she got when she joined Hydaelyn.
No. Is that can you get that at all?
Is that a unique hairstyle?
I don't believe you can get it.
No, I'm not sure. The only thing we know is that the Minfilia outfit is out. That's the whole post. It's $12 US, €9, or £7.44p if you're in Britain. So
Good conversion.
I love. So that's just like is that a real conversion from like euros? I'm assuming to pounds, seeing as it's such an absurd. Such a weird price.
It's actually €9 is £7.78. So we're actually.
Oh, so you're making a saving.
Oh, get a VPN and buy and buy it in pounds. Not much to say about that really, but it's there. If
if you want to be Minfilia.
Yeah. It's not a very. I mean, $12 for a nightgown.
No, I'm just thinking about how like it has potential.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Because it's a nightgown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have fun with that, everyone. Second story, Stormblood EP released.
Ooh.
It is an all digital
extended play of Stormblood.
Well, you'd think, wow, an EP extended play. You get 8 tracks. This was posted on the Lodestone. We're pleased to announce that a collection of popular Stormblood music is now available on the iTunes Store and Amazon. Enjoy melodies that are sure to stir fond memories of your adventures in Stormblood. The 8 tracks are as follows. Sunrise. Which one is that? No, let's not. We can't go through and
No, I can do this. Sunrise is Suzaku. Land Long Dead is The Burn. Battle is Omega. Not Omega. The first Chaos from.
Is it just called Battle? Okay.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Escape is Chicken Tenders. Heartless is actually I don't know what Heartless is.
Kingdom Hearts.
From the Heavens is the final stage of
Heartless is Omega.
Omega F and M.
Okay.
Apolmos Murderous is Gimlet Dark, and From the Dragon's Wake is Shinryu. Not Shinryu, Seiryu.
There you go.
So those are the songs. So they're all like important songs for the most part.
But only 8. From the Heavens is only available in the full album, and it's not available as an individual purchase. So there you go. You can buy them for $8.99 on Amazon and $9.99 on iTunes. So
you're gonna make a saving on Amazon.
Yeah. Individual tracks are 99 cents each
for Final Fantasy music.
Yeah. Too bad it's only 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it all digital, Square Enix. Make all of the soundtracks digital.
Do it, please. I don't even have a
£40 each.
Yeah, I have the only Blu-ray player I have is my PS4, which I rarely hook up to anything.
Yeah, can you imagine hooking up to burn it onto your PC? Like, what?
I have an old PC with a Blu-ray player, and that's pretty much all it serves as now. To burn things on Blu-ray soundtracks.
Okay, but there's big announcement. This is already, I'm assuming this people know this already because it's been a while since they announced this. But there is a stress test coming up. Wait, is it already happening? Late April. No, so it hasn't happened. Yes, it should be happening right now, right?
It says late. I thought it was late April, early May is what they've said.
In preparation for the release of Shadowbringers, we will be performing stress tests to verify server stability in field areas. Simply join the specific large-scale fate by using the World Visit system coming in patch 4.57. Warriors of Light, please lend us a hand. And it starts in late April and lasts until mid-May. Throughout the above period, the large-scale fate, a horse outside, that's the Ixion fate, will spawn at specific times. And we will announce the world in which the fate has spawned in from an in-game system message. We ask players to join the fate by using the World Visit system. And they will not announce the precise location or spawn time for the fate in advance. And there may be times where players cannot enter the fate area due to restrictions on the maximum number of players. Has this started yet? Because I haven't seen any of this happening.
Spawned yesterday on Ragnarok, but I didn't see a system message for it. So
I haven't seen any system messages pushed to us either.
So it's just a normal Ixion fate.
Possibly, or maybe it doesn't.
Or does it not? Yeah, maybe it doesn't announce. But that doesn't make any sense. Isn't it a stress test? Don't they want everyone in there?
Yeah, they'd have to know. They'll tell us. It'll be one of those purple messages like, "Oh, the fan trust is on."
Yeah.
So
I don't think it started yet.
It's really cool though. I like that they're like doing a proper like stress test on the public servers. Like we
I like
we're
that
part
it also
of it.
serves as a means to like get people the Ixion stuff that like may have been difficult to get at this point in the expansion.
It drops 6 horns per turn now, so
yeah,
just do it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's going to start very soon. If it hasn't started already, I'm looking at chat. It doesn't look like it has happened. Or has it?
It doesn't look like anyone
it has recently started in that case. I haven't seen anything on Chaos yet. Right. In other news, the Feast Season 13 has begun.
We've already dipped our toes in there and
We've
emerged
off to a good
victorious.
start.
That's all we have to say on that matter, but it has begun. So if you are
excellent.
a PvPer, you can get some points and rank
To
up.
the
I mean, you're
It's kind of relevant to the next thing.
Yeah, it is. You might be interested in doing this season because it has now been announced that the Garo collaboration event is ending with patch 5.1. That
so random.
that
to
is
end it.
very random. Hey, it's also
It's been
It lasted a whole expansion.
yeah. It's weird because it's the first collab event we had that felt like it was permanent. We all said that this is like it's got achievements. It's like not even event achievements. These are PvP achievements.
Yeah.
So
Because at the time they said it was temporary, but then it just stayed for so long that we just all assumed that. Well, I guess it's just a permanent event now.
yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to get rid of it at this point.
I'm assuming maybe there's like some licensing, like maybe the license ran out. The collaboration
They might have had like a 2 or 3 year license.
Yeah. The collaboration between Final Fantasy XIV and the hit Japanese TV show Garo is set to end with the release of patch 5.1. At that time, players will no longer be able to obtain the Garo-inspired PvP gear, mounts, titles, and achievements, so the whole package is being ripped out. Don't miss this chance to obtain these unique items through PvP and the Gold Saucer. So, specifically, the things that are disappearing, I mean, it is everything, but just someone's always going to ask. Items available from the disreputable priest at Wolf's Den Pier. Items available from the Gold Saucer attendant at the Gold Saucer. The Fatal Feast achievement and the associated reward. The Frontline Fury achievement and the associated reward. And the Furious Fatalities achievement and the associated reward. And of course, none of this will be available after patch 5.1. But if you already have the gear and stuff, obviously, I don't know why that's even in there. Like, they've added at the bottom, previously earned gear, mounts, and titles will remain usable after patch 5.1.
Just remove it. It just gets deleted from the game.
Yeah, so... Yeah, do PvP now, guys. This is it. Well, you still have a long time until it happens.
Especially with the Feast, because the season just started, this is the best time to try and get Feast wins that you need for the Fatal Feast.
30, I think.
I guess Furious Fatalities achievements.
Yeah. If we're also
if you like the Garo gear, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, like the Garo
the healer and Black Mage gear isn't half bad, or the caster DPS.
The caster gear.
It's so different between the genders, though.
Oh,
That's
it
true.
is. Oh, it is. Oh, the
when
male
I
one
think
is
of
fine.
the event, I think of like the really stupid ones, like the Paladin Golden Wolf thing and the stupid Silver Wolf thing.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I want to get.
The
before
invisible
the event ends, 'cause I haven't got
Paladin
them yet.
shield.
No, that is something you have to get. But
That's really important.
You must
You have
have
to
it.
get that before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
event.
You
yeah.
need to have that. You don't need.
You don't
to
have
be
to
a
buy it
Paladin.
with. You don't have to buy it with Wolf Seals. You can just get it with MGP because the only difference between the MGP and the Wolf Seals version is that one of them's dyeable.
Yeah.
And you can't dye something that's invisible.
But yeah.
Right.
It costs like less than 2,000 Wolf Marks.
Yeah.
It's not expensive.
It's pretty cool.
It's also worth noting that patch 5.1 is most likely gonna launch in
October.
So
July. August, September. Yeah,
Would it be
October,
that
November
soon?
time.
Yeah, October, November.
Usually about 3 months. Yeah.
So you still have time. Don't panic. But this is like a little PSA. It's about to end. So hurry. Don't hurry.
Like half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for quick, not quick news, recent events. Do I still play the jingle at the end? I don't think I've done it. Let's do it. Okay, now time for patch 4.57. I know it's old hat because it happened a few days ago now, but there are patch notes and we can read them, and we will. It's there actually the Legacy of Alleg thing. is a little interesting, because it says if you've accepted the quest Legacy of Allag prior to the release of patch 4.4, a message prompting you to abandon the quest and accept it again will be shown in the duty list. And that's
really
like the worst part.
version.
They're like, oh, I'm halfway through the quest now. And then they wake up the next day and it's like, please abandon the quest and retry.
It just doesn't work anymore when you try and do the fates or something.
Yeah, it probably won't.
Because they still exist, but they might just not drop the key items.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's almost like they regret making Crystal Tower side content. It's this important to the story.
Yeah.
Oh well, do it if you haven't.
I mean,
It's
if
really
if you're watching Speakers of Hydaelyn, you haven't done the Crystal Tower series.
Yeah, stop watching and
go do that and come back.
Yeah.
For housing, the automatic demolition of estates on the Ether and Primal data centers was suspended in October 2018. However, after careful consideration, we have decided to resume auto demolition with the release of patch 4.57. Please refer to the lodestone for details. That's been off for a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it went off for. I think there was some.
Was that the hurricane thing?
Yeah, it was the hurricane.
Yeah. There you go.
I assume it also means it's on for Crystal just by default. There's no.
Yeah, it assumes so. That's why they didn't mention it.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Did Tristan just say he's not done Crystal Tower?
Trist, you're not allowed to watch this until you've done it. I can't believe this.
The Wreath of
Better not have been on here when we were playing.
The Wreath of Snakes Extreme has been moved from the Raid Finder to the Duty Finder. That's expected.
So
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's no longer hard content.
Nope. The weekly restrictions on the number of AlphaScape crystalloids available as completion rewards in AlphaScape V4 has been removed. Everything basically is
It's the usual.
Yeah.
It's what happens at the end of every expansion.
Yeah, everything is becoming irrelevant. And they've increased the echo for Savage, Deltascape, and Sigmascape, and Alphascape Omega.
Yeah.
And the restrictions from the coffers and the Mullendays coins have been removed from the Orbon Monastery. Oh.
Yeah.
My show notes crashed.
Oh wow! Good news system you got there then.
Yeah, I'm glad that was a good investment, huh? Okay. Hold on for a second.
Paper
while
never crashed, did it, Luke? Your paper was good.
I miss paper, but dude, I had so much paper.
Yeah, you did.
So many
documents. It's kind of bittersweet. The end of an expansion, really, isn't it?
It is.
It's
yeah.
Like, look, watch all of this stuff we've loved for so long.
Yeah. Skaven Esther, used to strengthen elegant tomestones of Genesis weapons to item level 400, can now be obtained from Eschina in Ralgir's Reach in exchange for items. You can use Rabanastron coin.
Does it always take that long?
Normally around. Maybe it would have been like 5.56, 3.56, but I don't remember there being a 3.57.
I don't think there was there?
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, that's happening. There are adjustments to Eureka Pegos again. And note that it's only Pegos. The amount of how do you pronounce it? Vitiated ether gained from notorious monsters has been increased. The probability of obtaining what was it?
I would guess
vitiated ether, as well as the amount gained from defeating enemies of elemental level 40 has been increased. So that's basically the light. So
it's that part of the relic even more.
The light phase, but the light phase was the one everyone wanted them to nerf, and they kind of didn't really nerf it a lot. They nerfed it once, I think. But now it's really
they nerfed leveling into the ground, but they left light as it is.
Yeah, they did.
It was a big mistake.
Yeah. And the probability...
They said they were going to keep nerfing it, and they've kept on nerfing it at least.
Yeah. Till the end, you can say.
Now when you go into Eureka Pegos, you automatically get a relic.
Yeah. The probability of obtaining ballroom etiquette, insufficient petticoats, when appraising a cold warp lockbox has been increased. It's the freezing one.
/sweat?
It's
freezing.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one, so that's good.
Yeah. Set bonuses has been added. Okay, this is...
We looked into this, and this is complicated.
Set bonuses have been added to the following items. It's basically the Final Fantasy X outfit. Abe's jacket, gloves, half-slops, boots, and the High Summoner's dress, armlets, and boots.
Now,
what
if
are
you're
the
under
stats?
level 30, you get +2 to all your combat stats, which is strength, dex, int, and wisdom. Is it in this game?
Intelligence.
Intelligent,
Yeah,
whatever.
intelligent.
And then you get +3 vitality and +30% XP bonus, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get the EXP thing, but what is that, like, Tanaka-esque addition of random stats?
Very unusual.
I don't know. It's because you're wearing a full, like, not real outfit, so you're not going to get as good stats as, like, from actual gear, I guess.
Yeah, but +2 up until level 30. Come on, that seems harsh. It seems like you.
I guess it is.
Stats.
It's similar to the other gear that gives you 30 plus EXP. It also has random stats, doesn't it? So
true.
I guess that's just so you can use it a little longer. It's better to have some stats than non-stats.
I guess.
Right. The world visit system has been added.
Nice. About time. Everyone's been asking for this for
Such a mystery, this. They never talked about this system. You may now visit other world servers in your data center to party with friends, purchase items, and tackle duties.
Purchase item. Come on, guys. We're off to purchase items.
Yeah. Well,
shopping trip, ladies.
I mean, some people do. We'll talk about this a little later. To visit another world, select Visit Another World server from the Aetheryte in the locations below. So, Limsa, New Gridania, Ulta. In some cases, you may have to wait before your request to transfer can be processed. When your character is ready to be transferred, a window will automatically appear in front of you. This information is displayed in a similar fashion to the queue for the Duty Finder.
Ooh,
it has like 3 additional notes here. Depending on the congestion of the target world, it may take several minutes to complete the transfer. Transfers will occur automatically and cancel all current actions and duties. You cannot use the Duty Finder while waiting for the world visit system. You cannot move to another area while waiting for the world visit system.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You just have to stand around the Aetheryte for like up to
you just stuck
Yeah.
Lower decks, New Gridania, or Steps of...
At least you can talk to Whale there if you're on Ragnarok, but other servers don't.
When visiting another world, an icon in the server HUD info will indicate that you're visiting another world. It's basically just a dude with like a, those... He's carrying...
Oh, yeah, like a bindle.
Yeah.
He's like... It's a vagabond.
Yeah.
You're homeless in another world.
You also get like your FC changes to Wanderer. You're just a wanderer, so you can tell when people are visiting.
Very popular FC.
Yeah.
You managed to break the character limit on what you can use your FC at.
Yeah. Good job, guys, over there at Wanderer. Certain features are unavailable or restricted when visiting another world. So, Disciples of the Land, Legendary and Unspoiled Gathering Notes are inaccessible.
So that you don't go farming
game hour.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
But
think of all the times you can jump worlds in that 1 hour in-game hour. That's about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no chance you're going to be able to, especially with the queues.
Right.
Oh my.
It is.
I mean, I don't.
But remember
that
bots can just instantly appear in front of a node, and then instantly return to the Aetheryte. So it's.
But Luke, surely Square Enix are working hard to tackle bots. So.
That's a good point.
They're not going to be in it.
Retainers cannot be summoned, hired, or released from service. Items cannot be put up for sale on the market board.
No, that's understandable, but
that makes sense.
Not being able to
you know why spaghetti code. There's probably some. This is probably hell.
Your character data is actually moved to the other server. Can you imagine?
The following quest can only be accepted from your home world. An ill-conceived venture. So
I like how they say quests when it's one.
Yeah.
Because they were thinking about adding more restrictions, but
so you
couldn't think of another quest.
you can't you can't unlock ventures on another world. However, it seems you can send them out on ventures though.
No, they cannot be summoned. So
you can't even summon them. You're right. Right. So basically nothing. Nothing.
So if anyone is starting a new character, tell me what happens when you try to start this quest.
I'm assuming
Also,
do they just not appear?
As a side note,
that's-
anyone who's starting a new character and also deciding to go to a different world, can you tell me why?
Free companies cannot be formed or joined. Free company information cannot be viewed. And login status of free company members will be displayed in the chat log as usual. Company credits cannot be earned. So you're not contributing to your FC.
It's just company credits.
What did you say, Mala?
Can you speak to your FC when you're on another world?
It doesn't say you can't.
Has anyone tried?
I haven't tried because my FC on my main is dead. So
You can. Apparently you can. Now that is good.
Now that's
that's a good thing because
unexpected.
Yeah,
that's like another crossworld link shell.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
However, link shells cannot be used to send or receive messages, which makes sense because now you're on a different. Well, it makes sense because link shells are local.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they're probably link shells.
Link shells still work. Though.
They do.
I hope so.
Yes, I think they said that.
Are local.
They are. You're right.
You can speak in a link shell in a duty, and you can speak in an FC in a duty. So it doesn't make sense.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's. Link shells cannot be used to send or receive messages. Link shell information cannot be viewed, and link shells cannot be created or joined.
Very bizarre.
I don't get it.
Is that to promote cross-world link shells?
But you can only use one.
Remember that what they said though. They said at some point that they wanted to replace the current link shell system with a cross-world link shell system.
They wanted to say that all of them would be cross-world link shells.
Stop the cross-world thing.
It's too late, Mela. We're falling in now.
Some people live on like low pop servers and they want to experience what it's like to live in a big city, Mela.
Okay, housing, estates, and apartments cannot be purchased. Resident sharing is unavailable, and the following quest can only be accepted on your homeworld, bird in hand. Which one is that?
What was that?
Bird in hand. Is that the
Bird in hand. Oh, get your chocobo.
Oh. Huh?
What?
Is it Chocobo Stables?
It might be, yeah.
It must be tied to the housing somehow.
Which is in Bent
I mean, you get a gigantic cracker root at the end of it.
Oh, it's training. Yeah, it's to train. It's racing.
Yeah.
Eternal bonding is unavailable. Basically, you can't even attend other people's ceremonies. So
that's really unfortunate. I hope they fix that.
Yeah. Gold Saucer Lord of Romanian tournaments cannot be entered. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Triple Triad tournaments cannot be entered, and Cactpot tickets cannot be purchased. It's
the Triple Triad area is.
Here's what I feel about this is that they're making you feel so isolated. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be just like home, but literally you can't do anything. you're so limited.
That's so unusual because it's all local anyway.
Cut tickets.
Yeah, it's a local restriction anyway. So it's your character has purchased terrain.
Oh, is it because here's my.
What, they can't track it.
Yeah. I think you'll be able to.
They can't track that information.
Yeah, so they're like, if we go to Cerberus and we do a Cactpot and then we go back to Ragnarok, we can still do it again because we haven't done it on our world. I think that's what's up here. Deep dungeon results will not be saved to leaderboards.
Why not?
That's literally the answer to everything on this list. The Moogle delivery service is unavailable, but you will receive a notification when logging in to the world that you're visiting when a letter has arrived.
This is the Worst system ever.
Notifications for letters from GMs will be displayed instantaneously, not only when logging in. All notifications received when visiting
cool.
another world will be indicated with the red letter icon.
Dear Lucio, this is GM Mailer. You've been on Lich for 7 days now. Please go home.
Regarding teleport, eternity rings may only be used when both players are on the same world. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Thank goodness they can at least work with that.
They do
That's the
work.
case.
Yeah. You can only use an aetherite pendulum to teleport to the nearest aetherite if both players are on the same world. Same thing. Makes sense.
I forgot that was
You
even
can
an
only
item.
teleport to a
Yeah,
friend's
that's
estate when you are on their homeworld, which also makes
Obviously.
sense.
Yeah.
Bonuses will not be applied for visiting new worlds or preferred worlds. If you are eligible for new world or preferred world bonuses in your home world, these will still apply when visiting another world.
So you can't even go to the server to level better.
No. But you
But if
don't
you're
have
on
to
a
worry
preferred
about losing that
Yeah, but you don't
going
have
to
to do
another
that.
server.
You can make your character on Goblin, and then you can go to Belmont
And be the most restricted character in the world, though. You can't do anything. You'll be
No, that's
alone
true.
and afraid.
That's not what you go to Belmont for.
That's true.
That's true.
Due to the addition of the world visit system, chat messages from players from other worlds will be indicated with an @home world after their name. If their home world is the same as yours, this will not be displayed. That's nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it after this.
If
But
their homeworld is the same as yours, this will not be displayed.
yeah. You may now select from 3 North American data centers. Happy split, North America. In accordance with
Crystal Boys.
Yay!
Oh,
In accordance with the increased number of data centers, the worlds assigned to each data center has been changed. So you basically went through the same thing we did. Not as...
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that different.
No.
It hasn't been that traumatic for me, to be
No.
honest.
No.
Well, I mean, you had loads of servers, and now you still got quite a lot.
Yeah.
We
went from
hardly
like,
any servers, and now we've got even less.
Yeah.
we went from like 12 or 13 to 8. So
Yeah.
We went for like 5 to 2.5.
No, well, no. We went from
No.
we went from 10 to 5. But still, that is a
Awful.
big chunk of people that disappeared. But good lord, well, we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay, the server backup function is now officially available.
Officially.
It went out of beta, guys. It's real. This feature allows players to save backups of character settings and client settings to the Final Fantasy XIV server. Settings.
this feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Settings data saved to the server can be downloaded to a different system, allowing players to easily carry over their custom settings.
It is a good system.
It
to
is
be
a
fair.
it is a
It
good
great
system.
that they've added it.
Yeah. There's some known issues that have been fixed. They're an issue wherein some buffs and debuffs are not correctly applied to players under certain circumstances. Don't know what that's
Not
about.
Very specific and
Very vague.
Yeah, but this one
evasive way
this
of
is a
saying
little
it.
scary. An issue wherein certain items obtained by proceeding through patch 4.56 main scenario quests were not available for purchase from journeyman salvagers.
Oh.
Oh no, they fixed that. Oh, these are fixed.
These are
issues.
fixed. These are fixed now, so don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. This was from what I've heard, that's only the journeyman salvages, which is the ones that you have in your house. You could still get it from the ones that are in the city.
Oh, the
Calamity
calamity
ones.
salvagers. Okay.
Yeah, the
That's
calamity
right.
salvages.
How
Those
strange.
still work. It was
The fact
just
that they have to
journeyman.
update them both means it's a.
So they're like separate. That's odd.
That's odd.
Huh. Right. And there was another issue that's been addressed. An issue wherein, under certain conditions, having a friend from another world with an identical name prevents you from using the house sharing feature while that friend is visiting your home world.
That's funny.
If this issue should occur, you will be able to use the house sharing again once that friend has left your home world. There you go. Don't have friends with the same name as you, basically.
Have them on your blacklist.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk about World Visit then. Only one of us has actually used it, right, Georgi?
Yes, that's me.
I have-
Rollo's used it as well, but he's not here.
I wanted to... I was going to use it, but then I realized, first of all, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna... Where am I going? And why am I going?
Yeah. there's no-
Ragnarok is maybe I want to go visit a server with not a lot of people, because Ragnarok is full. It was interesting because the first day I didn't log in the beginning, and then in the early morning when it launched, I can only imagine what Limsa looked like at that point. But when I came in, it was as full as I'd ever seen it before. I'd never seen it that full, and there was this. First of all, I was genuinely confused because people went around with the Wanderer FC, and I thought, wow, they've been recruiting like fucking crazy. And there was this one dude from Cerberus, shout out to you, that was advertising for their FC on Cerberus. So they're like, we're a casual FC, we're looking for members, we have a large in Mist, tell for details. Oh, also we're on Cerberus, so you're gonna have to transfer. Okay, interesting.
Very strange.
The reason I didn't then in the end, I thought I have to try, but then I went on Reddit and I saw like people getting stuck on other worlds because their queues are like an hour long and stuff, and I thought, no, that's a nightmare I don't want to participate in.
I don't know if that's still a problem. I feel as
probably
if that was
not
a very
now.
specific problem for a short period of time. Because even when I was world visiting, and when I went from Goblin to Balmung, which is like supposed to be the most popular server across every data center, it didn't take very long. Maybe like less than a minute for me to get in. So I don't know how much of an issue it was for a great amount of people, or if it was just like a few select cases.
I don't know. The only two people I know who have used it is Lashuna Dashuna and that guy we chased around in the car. Whatever he was called.
Paprika Jones.
Yeah.
Paprika Jones, yeah.
Trista was also with us for the maps we did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I read people who got DC'd in between changing and then they couldn't log back into their
they can't log back in because they can't find their character details.
Their character's not there anymore, so I'm not risking that.
It's scary. It feels, I don't know. It feels like a beta that they've pushed out.
I don't have a reason to visit another server, so I'm not going to.
They've specifically asked us to help test the servers.
I'll test the ones on Ragnarok.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice system. So the other thing that people have been complaining about is the prices, especially on Balmung, because Balmung has always touted that they have that everything is very cheap on Balmung because it's a role-playing server. So and it's
so populated.
Yeah, it's prices started to spike because everyone was now jumping to Balmung to buy their cheap goods, and they like literally ran out of items. Like there was like hardly anything left.
That's cool.
And now the prices are, spiking as a result because of increased demand.
That's good though. That shows that it's sort of working.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Like a real dynamic.
The only thing I did when I was transferring world is I was checking how much are these things?
I
was just looking for orchestrion rolls I don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not like many people on Goblin are farming Aquapolis now.
There's what I think everyone is hoping is going to happen is that now everyone's going to have like a uniform price eventually. Like that's their dream, I think.
To transfer.
Yeah. I've never struggled with Ragnarok's prices before.
We've got quite a good economy though.
Yeah, it's a legacy server, so there's a lot of money already in the market. But
Goblin servers are really weird. Markets are weird because things are surprisingly cheap, despite the fact that there's not many of them. I don't know. It's the people have this skewed perception of like how cheap things should be.
Yeah. I haven't checked prices on Ragnarok. I'm a little scared now, actually. It's fine, right? Surely.
It's mostly fine.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed when we did maps yesterday that the maps
were fine.
Were
fine. They weren't that expensive.
So I think
what sort of price were they?
Like 40k.
It's okay. It's pretty cheap for a map. Usually they spike up to about 100, 150k when a new part of the maps is out.
Yeah, I think Europe.
And we We also bought those flying chairs as well,
Yeah, we did.
and they weren't that expensive
300k.
either.
300k-ish, which is still not
Yeah.
bad.
That's okay for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just got a very strong economy on Ragnarok.
Yeah, we do.
We've got a lot of rich people.
A lot of crafters. A lot of
crafters.
legacy crafters as well. So there's with a lot of money in the bank. So yeah, it's I think Ragnarok will survive this. Maybe even the servers, the other servers are just gonna like reach Ragnarok's level eventually. Like everything will just be Ragnarok prices. That will be like the model.
By me.
Yeah.
I mean, your
I've never
obviously increased their prices.
I never felt that. What?
Yeah, I think it will just average out across the servers and probably be closer to whichever's the biggest server in the data center.
I mean, I've not been opportunistic with it because I've not paid much attention. But if I saw something suddenly spike and I had it, you know, why not?
Yeah.
Make the most of it because this is not going to last probably.
No. I feel like it's gonna level eventually, and it'll be the same everywhere.
100%, yeah. Or at least people will stop bothering to check.
Yeah.
I did notice for certain products, I can't remember exactly which ones, that there were people that were just you'd see the same name purchase it over and over and over again, and then the price went up.
Yeah,
and so what they're going to do is go back to their server and sell it for more.
Yeah. But eventually, this will go away. If something seems more expensive than it should be, maybe just wait a couple of weeks and then try and look for it again. Then.
Yeah.
Or in fact, use the very now destroyed Mogboard.
No,
which went back to its version 2 and researched, and it's amazing, and then it's gone again.
Is it gone again?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. I was just about. We were supposed.
Notes.
Oh yeah,
it broke.
Oh, it broke again. We didn't even we didn't even talk about it last week because we were supposed.
In fact, they've banned his accounts.
Aye.
That's very important. See, this person, very very problematic to the community. All those bots, yay.
Yeah.
they boosted
they're fine.
The game.
Yeah.
This guy who's got like one character on each server. Oh, it's real shit.
Yeah. That's
creating something that is almost unheard of in this community, like a proper working API to get real-time market prices for every item on the market board on every server.
Yeah.
But no, let's not have that system, says Square Enix. We can probably make our own.
We can probably make our own, but they never will. Do you think they'll ever do that?
Shame.
Or if they do, they'll be like, no, it's a feature on the app.
Yeah, it'll be on the
companion app.
Yeah. I'm quite sad about that. It's a good feature.
Oh, there is. Well, there's no service like the Mog board on the app. You only have a local market board on that.
Yeah.
There's no service like Mogboard anywhere.
Yeah. Sucks.
Hopefully it will work out.
I like that app. No, it's not app. That service. Yeah. Didn't use it much though, because it was easy to forget that it exists. But it is.
But the system hadn't been out yet, and now that it is out, it's the perfect time to use it. But apparently, it's been banned 6 times. So he's just not going to anymore.
Yeah.
Which fair enough.
Yeah.
He does plan to, or whoever's making it is planning to keep trying, but like there is a limit to how many characters he can make over a short period of time, and accounts that he can pay for.
Yeah. Well.
But good on him. He's worked on like 14 API as well.
This is the guy that made FFXIVDB, wasn't it? Oh, or am I remembering this wrong? I think so.
I don't know.
Save me, chat. Save me. I think so.
The site looks similar, so it could be.
I'm almost 99.9% sure. But yes, he did. Okay. Thank you, Sai.
Okay. That's why it's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Big shame.
This is the guy that wrote Harry Potter. Okay. Right. Let's move on then. That is the world visit system. Unless there's anything else to add.
Before we move on to the next thing, you didn't include this. The next live letter was announced.
Oh yeah.
For May 24th.
May 24th. May 24th.
What day is that? A Friday?
Yeah.
Does it have a time?
US time, wasn't it? Wasn't that what we talked about? It's from the US.
Yeah, it will be broadcasting from the US, but I don't remember if there was a time list.
We'll have more. It's still a while until that happens. And I'm assuming that's when we get the benchmark, probably. Maybe they release that after the live letter. Okay.
That'll be fun because we can analyze every single frame of it to see if it's got new monsters, new this, new that. We can.
Right. Let's move on. Great discussion. We don't have a jingle. Here's the gong. No, it's not. It's not the gong. Everything's broken today, by the way, as you've probably noticed. Gong. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. We've talked about the positives for Stormblood. We've talked about the world of Stormblood. What did we talk about in the very beginning? The story.
The story. Yeah.
It's time to talk about the dungeons of Stormblood.
Yay!
Probably this was. It's funny because Stormblood was the expansion where they announced that they were going to cut down on the amount of dungeons that we got per patch from 3 to
1.2.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from 2 to every second patch only having 2, and then every odd patch having 1.
That's what it was. Yeah, because before in Heavensward we had 3
2 each time.
2 each.
Or was it 2 each time?
No, it was never 3.
Oh god,
No, it was
3
only
was
2
a
each
Realm
time.
Reborn.
We haven't had 3 each patch since Realm Reborn.
Right. It's been a while. But the dungeons that we have as of patch 4.57, which that's as far as we'll ever go in Stormblood, is the Siren Song Sea. How do you pronounce it? Shishui of the Violet Tides, Bardam's Metal, Doma Castle, Castro Mabania, Alamigo, Kagane Castle, the Temple of the Fist, the Drowned City of Scala, Hellslid, the Fractal Continuum, the Swallow's Compass, St. Mosian's Arboretum, Hard, the Burn, and the Gimlet. Dark. So let's start with the first one, the Siren Song Sea, which I thought was a pretty strong dungeon.
I thought it was an incredible start to the expansion.
It's a great start to a dungeon. Plot's a bit weird. It's a bit very much. We need a dungeon here.
Yeah,
but at least it looks nice, and like the bosses are great.
Yeah,
the atmosphere.
The bosses were very good. Yeah, I've forgotten most of them to be honest, because you never go there again, really.
Yeah,
but
it's
that good. There's that
it's that giant jellyfish thing. Then it's
that big blue man.
Yeah, the big walking shadow thing, and then it's the headless Lorelei. Spooky thing at the end in the lighthouse.
Yeah,
and you go through all the different. There's like the cave bit with the candles.
But you're missing the most incredible part about this dungeon that blew everyone's minds. You started on a ship with the NPCs, like with Alice and with Alphino and Carvalane, and they were still there when the battle began. Who else was in there?
Lise.
Oh, I keep forgetting her. Fuck her.
But they were there at the end as well, and they had new text and everything.
Yeah, if you return to the start, they say new things.
Yeah. And it's a different weather effect.
Yeah.
The dungeon looks completely different after you beat them.
Yeah.
They didn't fight with us, did they?
No.
They just stand around, but they're still there. And then the ship docks at the actual
it runs
island.
Into something.
It runs into it, but
docks in quotation marks.
Docks. Let's listen to the music while we talk about it, like we did last time. Here we go. Kind of forgot about the music. Yeah, it's spooky.
It's just it's a spooky Limsa remix.
Yeah. Other than that, it's a little forgettable now compared to what we have.
Only because it's a leveling dungeon.
Well, I'm talking about the dungeon in general, but the music too. Let's just talk about the music first. It's spooky.
I like it, but it's not something I'd listen to for fun.
I quite like it, but again, I've already forgotten it.
It's kind of on par with the rest of the dungeon, which is very forgettable as well now. But I do remember it on launch day being like a big hype dungeon.
It happened during the part of the game where you could actually play, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Is Lorelei, the final boss, the first boss to have a force movement, force march, or force retreat mechanic?
Ooh, I think it might be.
Because I know there's been some since then.
Yeah.
Because there's Telekinesis and then Suzaku Extreme both have that, but I don't remember if there was any before Lorelei.
Yeah. Also,
That was like a.
Want to point out this was after. I think you forgot, Mala, just how early Raoban Extreme was.
Was this after
Yeah.
Raoban?
This is after Raoban.
Raoban.
Raoban is
Raoban's not
Yeah, it's like the
that
second
was
quest or whatever.
Alan-
I was
Amiga?
happy during this
in
part.
Gurabania.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Wow.
couldn't have been before Raoban because we're already traveling to.
Yeah.
which makes sense,
We're not even.
Yeah.
We're still like in the part of Gurabania that's like half Shroud. We haven't even gotten out of there yet. So yeah. That might be why it's so hyped though, because this is like we're finally past Raoban Extreme, and now we can play the game.
I think it's just great because of how unique it is in 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we
I mean,
compare
it's
it
like
though,
this stormy, rainy, horrible.
yeah, but compare it
Heavens,
to Heavensward's first
It's
dungeon.
much better than
Yeah.
Dusk Vigil.
Dusk Vigil, which
Well,
is Yawn
Visually, Dusk
Vigil.
Vigil is very good
It's
as well.
Stone Vigil with more snow.
I liked it. I
I-
liked the blue.
I never liked
blue
Stone
dungeon
Vigil.
aesthetic.
I like the story of
The
Dusk
lore
Vigil.
of Dusk Vigil, of Dudge Vigil of Dusk Vigil is very good. I like that, but the dungeon itself is a
I
bit.
really liked the dungeon, Dusk Vigil. I like the aesthetic.
I need to.
It
Like,
was kind of like spooky blue undead.
you know what?
I really like that.
I'm gonna correct myself a little bit because I think I'm a bit. It's the
Biased?
fatigue from Dusk Vigil
Yeah.
because you had to do. Remember, there was like you had to actually grind Dusk Vigil a little bit to get to the next level, I believe. And I did.
Why didn't you use some leaves or something?
Yeah, but also when I leveled other characters, I did Dusk Vigil. I did Dusk Vigil a lot, and it's like by far, if you compare to the dungeons that came after, just
I
like
guess,
Siren Song C, it's not that good. But yeah, the aesthetic isn't okay. I'm not a big fan of the Stone Vigil thing. I don't like the like dark.
Siren Song C is a better looking dungeon.
Siren
Yeah.
Song is very nice looking.
Yeah, like a.
But it's also
haunted
because it's split into
island.
3 different sections.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got that haunted jail section before the end.
yeah.
And you go out to that weird lighthouse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We always end up talking about the Heavensward dungeons during this.
You know, we need to compare it.
It's an okay starting dungeon. I
thought it was-
think
yeah.
this is a
It's a
better.
bit better than okay, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think
It's not
alright.
amazing. It's good.
yeah, it's good. It had a nice mechanic with a forced march thing. I liked that with
Yeah.
the last boss.
I
It also
think
had like
partially it's also just because it was the first dungeon of a new expansion. You've got to have some hype with that.
yeah, that's true. Also, didn't it have like a mini boss like before you got to? There's like
Yeah,
a
it's that weird. It's that spooky ghost. That,
Yeah.
like you have to. It keeps terroring you, makes you run towards it, and then it does an AOE.
Mhm.
So you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. The tank has to stun it
Yeah.
or
Right.
silence it, possibly.
yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I think this dungeon was superior than the one that comes after it.
Here's the next one.
This was an
Shisui?
unfortunate.
Right,
Shisui.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that's the one thing I'm looking forward to at the end of Stormblood is names like this. These are gone now.
This dungeon
this
was cat.
this dungeon is weird because it's teased in the trailer for the game.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it
There
is
was big
it is
hype
it
before the
is-
game.
It is a beautiful visual. Like it's underwater.
Yeah,
This
visually
underwater
it's very
castle.
It teases the main new
wasn't
movement
even-
type for the game.
Yeah,
It was optional.
optional too.
It was
yeah.
It was
optional.
quite-
It's the only optional dungeon in
as
the
well, actually.
Yeah. Or the
You had to go
music.
through the really nice Kurenai storyline.
The
there,
music
and I
is
liked
not
it.
that interesting in my
No.
opinion. It's probably one of the worst dungeon
Oh,
themes.
the whole
in-
dungeon
in
is just
Stormblood.
ugh.
Oh god, it
But
brings
the
bad
second-
memories. Oh.
You're facing the Ruby Princess
Mhm.
as the old mechanic. You can become old.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
that
only
is
good
good.
part of the
That is
That's
good.
fun.
Yeah. Being the old
But
lady.
I think that's the only thing interesting about that boss, and that's the only interesting boss. in the
It's
dungeon.
such a
Yeah.
fucking random mechanic too. I love that part. I'll admit that the boss itself isn't that fun, but god, that
Hey.
mechanic.
That mechanic comes back in the Four Lords storyline
Oh yeah, it does.
with
Yeah.
Tataru.
Yeah.
But she doesn't quite go. She doesn't turn into the
No,
old.
she does. She doesn't
but she-
shrink.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I liked.
She's already
She
small.
looked so funny like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell they were proud of that because there was the chest at the end that you could keep doing it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
worst.
thought it was like another present or something, but no, it just makes you old again.
This is also the dungeon, the first dungeon you encounter with the swimming mechanic, where you swim for like 1 second.
Oh, yeah, that was
A
good.
small pool after the second boss.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a redeeming quality of the dungeon, and I think the only thing I liked about it was its visuals.
I
And
liked
I quite liked the gear, even though it was very,
that was
very
the slut
um,
gear. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still liked the patterns on it.
Yeah.
Big fan of how they gave it to us again for the first summer event.
Yeah. I do have to say I like the little the fish under the sand, and you see their eyes popping up.
Oh yeah.
And if you
Like
walk
the
into them,
anglerfish,
they come out. I like
Yeah.
that's a neat little thing they did. But other than that, you're just fighting fish and crabs.
Yeah.
It's like
It's kind
a
of
fancy
like
Sastasha.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
a fancy Sasha,
Yeah. The
but
music
in all
too.
the wrong ways.
Yeah.
The music
is
quite unpleasant.
it is a little unpleasant. It's like it's
repetitive. It's not that interesting.
Yeah,
it's just boring.
it's
It's
certainly
a
not
shame
for the
that,
second
like, this
dungeon
whole-
in the expansion.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little underwhelming.
Yeah, but boy, oh boy, I know this.
Oh my
I know
God,
that
they
Oh
redeemed
my God.
themselves.
I know that a lot of some people don't like this dungeon. Some people
No.
think this is cack.
Fools.
But
Yeah.
let
This is a
was-
great dungeon.
let me just say
This
that
blew my mind.
Bardam's Medal.
Boss 2. Oh my god.
I love this song too.
Yeah, the song is
Yeah.
perfect. But the
The dungeon's cool.
as someone who
Mm.
really and I like the Azim step, does like just the Azim step in general.
Yeah.
So to give this is just a pure Azim step themed dungeon, and it's got the last part of the map has this like Indiana Jones section with
Yeah.
the
Yeah, with
rolling
these
ball.
weird boulders that roll
Yeah.
towards you.
Yeah. Everyone,
dungeon.
of course, will remember the second boss, which is where you
It's
actually
the
don't.
greatest boss in the game.
It's not a boss. It's like
I
a
don't
game.
know if it's the. I don't know if it's the greatest boss in the game, but I
It was
would like
so
more
fun.
like it.
Greatest
in the game.
boss in the game is a bit of a stretch, but it's a fun boss.
It's really fun. I love it.
It makes me wonder what they will do if they make a hard mode of it.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
because they couldn't ignore it and just make a
They
normal
would have
boss
to do
there.
another version.
It was
I like
refreshing.
The first part.
Yeah.
I like the first part how it feels. It's an illusion. It's not open, but it feels. You can see
Yeah.
so far away.
Yeah.
It feels open like the Azim step does.
Yeah.
And there was quite a bit of height to the dungeon as well. Like you went like jumping up and down between the rocks, and it had those huge, like loads of huge enemies and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just and it
has those
also
big
fits into the
statues that
story very
smash
nicely.
down for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is out of the leveling dungeons, this is up there as probably the best leveling
Yeah.
dungeon
Yeah,
in
I-
Stormblood. But some people don't like it because of the second boss, because it makes it difficult to like get through it fast, because it doesn't depend
Yeah.
on DPS. It has a fixed
Oh.
timer, so you have to
Yeah,
like.
but you're having fun.
I mean, it's
it's a
not.
I
fun
think
boss.
the first and the third boss are boring.
Yeah,
in my
the
opinion.
third boss. Well, the third boss has a little bit of like a mechanic. You can die on that one if you're not paying attention. The first boss I
Yeah.
can't even remember.
Is the first one the one
oh,
with the
That
sheep
giant
and the...
buffalo.
Oh, it's the one with the animals.
You have to...
This was
yeah.
like an experimental dungeon. It feels like they tried some stuff in there.
Yeah.
Some of it
Which was
worked.
the last boss?
The last boss is the Yol. The
Oh
bird.
yeah, the bird.
The horrible
yeah.
slow bird.
Yeah.
That one was, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good for
But-
story.
Mm-hmm.
The
That's
Yol
right.
is quick to defeat, but the mount you get for it is cack.
The mount isn't
It's
good.
not great.
I don't like that mount. It's too big.
I-
It's too bulky. I don't like it.
Compared to the mana cutter, though, I'll take the Yol.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Square Enix, please surprise me next time. And don't give me a mount around the level 55, 56 dungeon.
Yeah.
And don't make it disgustingly bulky and slow feeling.
I don't know about the Yol. It's not the. It's okay looking.
I don't like
It's
the
just.
Yol.
It's okay. Look, it looks fine. I don't like how it feels slow. I don't like how
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
slowly
The mount
crawl
is
across
too-
the ground when.
It's too bulky.
It
I
is
don't like
too
it.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree. Bottom's Metal.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
dungeon.
And I know if Rollo was here, he would say the same. I know he loves Spartan's Metal too. There you go.
I'd be happy for a hard mode of that one.
Yeah.
I hope
And
they
Siren
revisit
Song,
it.
to be honest.
I'd be a little.
We've already revisited it once, but hopefully they revisit it again.
Yeah. Right, and then it's followed up. But what did we talk about the music? By the way, the music is good.
That's lovely.
Yeah, the music's
Oh,
really
I was
good.
going to ask, because I can't remember. Is this a time? I don't know how to say a time altered dungeon. Is it nighttime when you go in at nighttime?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does have its own.
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
That's good. That's cool.
Okay.
Doma.
Doma Castle.
This was
Roll
what?
up. This is a great song. Roll loves this song.
69
This is-
dungeon.
No, this is the 67 dungeon.
Yeah.
67 dungeon.
Most
Oh, yeah, Barney, yeah.
random.
Listen to that sitar.
Such a random soundtrack, but it's very good. But it's not what I expected when I launched into this dungeon the first time.
Is this the dungeon with Brian?
You can't just say that on stream. No one gets that. It's the yes, it's him, the guy with the
Yeah.
chainsaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Something like
convinced Orange that it was pronounced Brian. And like a month or two later, he came up to me and he was like, he was talking about Brian, and I had no idea what he was talking about.
That was mean. He was so confused. But yeah, right. Doma Castle.
It was really aesthetically nice.
Yeah,
Even though
Yeah.
you don't like that architecture, you have to admit they did it well.
this is one of the better
The
ones.
textures were good.
Yeah,
It looks really nice.
Yeah. I like
think-
the water with all the debris in
Yeah.
it, like
Oh,
floating
yeah.
around. Yeah.
And it had the FF7 Scorpion,
Oh,
Mm.
which didn't do the right mechanic, so it's not a very good representation of
Wait,
it, but it was
yeah.
still good.
The scorpion?
there's a
I thought that
scorpion.
was
Didn't it?
Almigo.
No, there's a scorpion
was
in
that
here as
Alami?
well. No, there's one in here as well.
I
That can
thought it
kill
sounded
you if you
good,
don't
yeah.
pay attention. It's when you're in. It's right before the last boss. There's like a stair, like
Oh,
a set of
yeah, I
stairs.
remember
It's
now.
like a mini boss.
The pulls in this dungeon are actually kind of hard.
Yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
are. There's like stuff happening around you as well. I like it when they do that in the dungeons, like stuffing
Yeah.
falling apart and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a dungeon
I
that
also-
is. I mean, Bardom's Metal's last boss is also pretty stressful as a healer, but this one can get pretty stressful as well. With
I
the
thought
pulls.
Brian was a really good boss.
Yes.
I
He's.
thought there were lots of mechanics, and it was varied.
And I think we need to point out that he's wielding a fucking gun chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is that?
I guess the only downside of it is that he seemed so strong in the storyline, and yet he was killed quite easily in the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like beefed up too, isn't
he
he?
was always played as a joke.
He was.
Yeah, he was. He was the new version of Kate Westwind.
Yeah.
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 And at least he's still more difficult than Rattatan is now.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Can't really remember some of the bosses though.
I don't think the other two bosses were that interesting.
No, I don't think so either.
They're just big Garlean mech things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like the one that like crisscrosses around. Remember, he puts like laser
Yeah.
stuff around.
Oh,
And then if you touch them, you bounce around.
Yeah. That's where that was introduced.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
think. I think Brian
so. I don't
reused it as
remember it in
well.
the-
No, wait.
Yeah.
It was used in the. No, but that was Fractal
Does
Continuum.
this have
so
the big red? The big
Yeah, that's
red-
afterwards.
yeah. There's the big
thing?
red.
Yeah.
What?
Was this the one with the big red Colossus? Was the first boss?
No, it's not. There's no
that?
Colossus in it.
No.
Okay, that might have been Kugan.
There are
then.
Colossus. There's a Colossus as a trash mob here, I think, or several.
Yeah, it's a trash one. And
Yeah.
then the second boss is the Heliodrome, the mini-wheeled.
Oh yeah.
Hexagon
Oh
shaped thing.
yeah. Yeah.
But I don't remember what the first one is. I think it might just be an airship or something, gunship or something.
Yeah.
Mm,
Forgettable
the
bosses,
one with
basically,
Castle.
except for the last
Quite
one.
forgettable bosses.
Yeah.
First boss is a Magitech Rearguard.
What is that? Oh, I know. I remember now. It looks kind of. It's like a bulkier Vanguard.
Oh yeah, it's that
Basically
one. Yeah.
nothing.
I love how we have to like Google it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Doma Castle. Next we have.
282 eye level gear for anyone who gets quizzed about it.
Okay. Next up is Castrum Abania. This is a Garlean dungeon.
Very easily forgotten because it was the last. If this was the library of
Yeah.
this expansion, it's just you never go back.
It's very boring.
I have to say
The
though.
only interesting.
Yeah, go on.
The only interesting thing I think is the passageway after the second boss, where you're like high above the peaks and you can see out on it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just Garlean architecture.
I have to say though, the weapons that drop here are pretty good. They look
They're really
Good
nice
glamour,
looking.
yeah.
Yeah. So I went back here for the. I can never remember. Is this the one with the butterflies, or something
Yes.
like? Yes.
One.
Yeah. Okay.
They're the weird. The gear seems, or at least the weapons seem like unfitting
Yours
for the
is-
dungeon.
Yeah, it is a little random, isn't it? But
I wouldn't know how to pronounce your weapon.
Yeah.
De Gracia.
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, we
No.
don't need to talk about the names of
The flowers and the
They look
butterflies.
nice.
Yeah. The dungeon has some a couple of cool encounters. Like, is this where you're on that? Oh, I might be mixing this. Is this
Oh,
where you're on that
the conveyor
elevator,
belt.
the conveyor belt thing? Yeah, and you get like moved
I think
around.
so.
I think that's
think so.
here.
Like the trash pack is just it's kind of like that coil.
Are you thinking of You're thinking of Belsar's Wall.
I'm thinking Belsa's wall, yeah.
Mm.
There's no moving platforms.
There are no moving
It's
platforms.
just most of this is just circular rooms with corridors attached.
Oh,
to
this
them.
is the one with the like where you have to the DPS down the chamber things with the
Yes.
the
With
yeah
the-
Oh.
yeah
what are
yeah.
they called?
They're like
Where
are they?
they got fake echo, but I don't remember what they're called. Hypertuned. That's it.
Yeah,
They're called
Oh,
hypertuned.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
just big
can't
bulky
remember
rooms
any
when
of
you
the
open them.
bosses.
I think I remember the last
I think the bosses are
Magnum
good in this
the
dungeon.
Magna. Yeah, the
think-
rotors.
I remember the mechanics; they were kind of fun, but
And then the second one is the thing where you have to stand in the correct element, otherwise you'll get
yeah, that one
reflected.
was kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah, the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 5 or 6 boss. It's from a
Yeah.
Final Fantasy game.
Number 24 is called.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then the last boss was that like big
that
chunky
big
guy.
thing that gets his arms like powered up.
Yeah.
He's like Nemesis or something.
6?
Yeah.
6. Right.
I really like the bosses in this dungeon.
Yeah,
it's
they're
probably one of
alright.
the more interesting
Thinking
things
back
about
on
it.
them, yeah,
I like the
completely
music
forgotten
too.
them.
The
Yeah.
music is okay. Yeah, I like the music too. It's very it's fitting for the dungeon.
It's,
Yeah,
It's not the best Garlean dungeon we've had.
It's
But
not.
it's
No.
okay.
Yeah.
it feels very linear.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
does.
Like
Yeah.
all dungeons are linear, but it feels more linear than others.
It's like a 13 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's things.
I think Castrum Urbania is one that we've mostly forgotten,
Yeah.
but it was
Mm.
actually okay.
It is. I even did it a few times for the weapon, so I don't know
I've
why.
done it quite a few times as well. But yeah, it slips your mind easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the bosses. although they
What
were
was
quite
the
fun.
last boss again? What was it?
It kind of looks like
big
a
lizard
big
thing that like. There's the scientist man, and he gets the chambers, the hands that like. Bring the
yeah, the big guy with the arm.
Yeah, big cool guy.
Yeah.
Remember that from when we did minimum eye level? Didn't we do that on minimum eye level?
It was only you and Rollo.
Oh, was it? Oh, we were only 2 people.
Yep, you duoed it.
Holy shit!
You still won?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they did it.
We had to prevent him from getting the big arm or the big hand, because otherwise he got like a buff.
The impasse. But you also discovered he caps out at a certain point. He can't keep getting buff.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Kugane Castle. So now
No.
Oh, sorry. Keep trying to avoid that one.
You can't avoid it. I know it's sad, but you've got to talk about Alamigo.
I don't. Okay. Alamigo.
It's fine. It shouldn't be a dungeon. It's fine.
It's okay that it shouldn't be called Alamigo. It should be called Alamigo Quarter, and then we can still get the rest.
Yeah, then we can get Alamigo. That's how they could have. You could have fixed it. But you didn't.
This is the one that had the proper version.
They could have given it one of those weird names where it's like the sieged city of Alamigo. And then we get actual Alamigo later.
Yeah. Now, although I am disappointed that this is all we're ever gonna get of Alamigo proper. Don't fucking at me with the Alamigan Quarter. That's not it. That's not Alamigo proper. It's like fucking outside.
Not my Alamigo.
It's outside of Alamigo. But
it's so big,
the dungeon is good. I think
is a good dungeon.
It's a solid dungeon.
Yeah.
And it's got the right amount of like epicness for like this is like the end of the MSQ. So this is it. This is what the whole expansion has been, building up to. And I feel like it does a good job at giving us what we wanted. We get to see a sieged Alamigo, and we're liberating it, basically. Well, I'm sorry, Lise is liberating it. We're just helping.
Yeah. You get to see all the other people, like all the other like city-state leaders fighting in the background. If you look at some of the dead ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's got some
good... God remembers.
Yeah, and you can. There's a lot of stuff happening, like you said, in the background. So if you like look around, there's a lot of stuff to see. I think if you go close to certain characters, they have like a speech bubble.
And they have text bubbles.
Yeah. Even some of the mobs I see now on this. I'm not looking at a video. Don't worry, guys. But there was a speech bubble in some of the mobs.
Yeah.
The bosses are solid. Of course, the last boss being
bosses
Xenos.
are good. The bosses are great. I'd say the first boss is the bosses get better as you go through the dungeon. The first boss is that giant scorpion.
The first boss is the FF7 scorpion.
Yeah, that's the.
But he doesn't do the proper mechanic. He doesn't do the tail race thing. If he'd done that, it could have been more fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was a shame about Hojo. Not being Hojo.
I wish
the biggest problem from Ella.
It is. Call him Aulus Malacinus. Lame.
Yeah.
So rubbish. Hojo.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the mechanic where he pulls your spirits from your body. That's
and then
really
you have to
cool.
avoid the AoEs while getting back. That's a very clever one.
That's very nice. Yeah.
It's disappointing that he just dies there, though.
Yeah, that's the end of him. Goodbye. And they have him replaced, like, the next patch with a new scientist guy.
And he had a voice and everything.
Yeah.
He had voice cutscenes, and his boss battle is voiced, and he's gone. It feels underutilized.
Yeah.
But it's still a good fight.
Yeah.
And then obviously it ends on Xenos.
It ends on Xenos.
Xenos is great too.
The real Xenos.
The real one.
Yes, the real Xenos.
Yeah, this is the first instance battle with him, because right after... this is... No, you do the ones, the solo ones, of course, but this...
You do solo ones.
Yeah, there's 2 solo ones that you don't win.
Yeah.
And then you do Shinryu. I think straight after this, don't you?
Yeah, you unlock it after this, yeah.
You end up... Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I liked Alamigo. I didn't like that they added in that mount, because I've still not got it.
I got it.
I got it
one of
too.
my first runs.
Yeah, same. I was very lucky there. I didn't even know they dropped a fucking mount when I did it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just saw it.
Oh, what's this?
To get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very loud. That's the thing I don't like about it. It's very clunky sounding.
The mount, yeah.
And the mount, and when it's flying, it just makes horrible like exhaust sounds as well. You're not missing out on much, Mela.
Yeah. The mount was added later.
Yeah, it was added later.
So it was just like patched in. So just one day doing the expert roulette, I'm like, okay, wow, I got a mount.
We can just unsync it after Shadow Breeze.
Yeah.
Until I get it.
Yeah. Right. So that's Alamigo. I think we're all very happy with Alamigo, except for the fact that it's a dungeon. I mean, just a dungeon.
Music's good too.
Music is good. Music's
pretty cool.
Okay.
It feels very suitably epic.
Now we're getting into sort of the end game dungeons, the expert roulette dungeons, as I like to call them.
Oh.
And this is where we'll probably get a little tainted by that, the fact that we might have done these like a million times. First up is Kugane Castle, and I think this dungeon.
I don't love this guy. I don't love this song either.
No, I don't like the song at all. This is the one with the big red guy, isn't it?
It just reminds me of going, oh fuck.
What big red guy? Oh, the big red suit of armor thing?
Yeah, he's like a big red.
Yeah, that's the first boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And it was
has the bombs.
I hated these bosses. Except Yojimbo, he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
There's like one Dojin Maru with like the floor that flips out. What the hell was that?
Oh yeah.
And Duko Maru, the first guy, he did nothing.
But the fucking trash pulls in this one they're so bad because there's the room with the masks on the on the walls. And they fall down. You have to wait for it's so dumb. And the bomb men.
And they're really easy.
Yeah. It's just so pointless.
Yeah.
I didn't like. Yeah, go on.
It is the preferable dungeon to get to the one we're going to discuss next, but.
Here's the thing, though, Georgie. With the amount of times I got Kugane Castle, I was sometimes actually happy to get
the thing is, I've swayed a lot of times. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, Fist is shit, and then no, Kugane is shit. But I think the one we're about to talk about is worse because of one specific thing that we'll see.
But that's the answer you're looking for, though. Is they're both shit.
Yeah,
they're not good end-game dungeons.
they're both shit. It was every time this popped, any of them popped, I'm like, oh god, why just give me Alamigo? Even though Alamigo was longer.
Alamigo is easily the best one to get of these three.
Yeah.
I never got Alamigo, hardly ever.
No,
it was Kugane Castle.
It was rare, but I got it a few times. There's not much to say about Kugane Castle. It's a pretty generic dungeon. It leads
into two storylines.
Yeah.
In the game.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's nice textures.
I love that Mela adds that. It's got nice textures.
It did have nice textures.
It's a nice looking dungeon. It's a nice looking castle.
Yeah.
It's fine.
On the other side of the coin, we got
I hate this song.
Oh, let's just everyone just get the PTSD out. There we go. Here it is. Oh. Okay, Temple of the Fist.
It had some good bits, like when you go on the cliff edge near the Raga statue.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like being able to go on the top of that. That's fun.
That's it for me. Any other positives?
None of the pools are good. They all feel. The first pool's really easy, and then all the pools after that feel weird.
What the hell were these first two bosses?
The first boss is the two curls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the second boss is the dummy that looks like Ravana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was okay. It has that mechanic with the Spriggans, and you have to put the bombs down.
Yeah, that's true.
That was okay.
Wait, what?
Or was that a different dungeon?
What did you just say? Wait,
There's
repeat the mechanic.
In this dungeon?
Did you say Spriggan? What did you say, Mela? One more time. Let us know. What did you say specifically?
I think that's a different. Oh, that's Scarlet. Never mind. I'm thinking.
Oh my God! How dare you? How dare you?
I know what you mean.
Color is
You
so
mean
much
the-
better than this.
Yeah, you mean the yeah.
Yeah.
You mean that like forearm?
But no, the
thing,
second one is it's got 4 arms. It has that port and
Yeah.
star, and then fore and aft mechanic.
Yeah.
I remember the last boss.
Yeah.
The
It-
last boss is
okay.
fine.
It has these moss barriers as well that you have to break through,
They're really annoying.
and you get hit by
I like
tapas,
them.
which I think is funny. You
Yeah.
there's tapas. That's like a thing. I love that because to me that's just food. That's finger food. So good fun.
Did you like the moss things? Did they remind you of Amdapur? That sort of that era.
Yeah.
Amdapur's a better dungeon.
Yeah, Underbore's better. I don't like the color palette of this dungeon. It's
The color palette's ugly too.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
brown.
just brown and grey.
brown, and when it's
Even
when
the
there's color,
first-
the color
the
is
first-
green. It's just like a
first part-
vomit green.
Yeah, the first part could have been interesting. Like, there's all these water, you're on all these platforms over water, and it's just like it feels like it really undersells that like you're in
Yeah.
this cool water-based temple
Yeah.
area.
Mhm.
It started off a bit like Wanderer's
Yeah.
Palace,
Yeah.
and then turned into like you were suddenly up a mountain,
Yeah.
and then you were in a crypt. Like,
Mm-hmm. It was a
The
little
only
all over
good
the
part
place.
is the part on top
Yeah.
of the statue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
agree
But
with
there's
that.
also
That
those
was
walls that push out.
yeah.
I loved the curl.
It's so weird because if you try to view this as like I'm assuming it's like a training ground. It's like training grounds, isn't it, for
Yeah.
monks?
It's a
But-
training ground for monks.
Yeah. What is the purpose of those push? Is that to test your speed? I am assuming
Yeah.
the things that come out of the wall.
It's like that it tests your speed, otherwise you get pushed off the edge
And
you
die. Sucks to
That's-
be.
Yeah, but everyone
it's trial
can do
by
it.
fire.
Yeah. I think the music isn't terrible.
I
It's
don't
okay.
like it.
It's
maybe
just-
maybe I just have PTSD from it.
Yeah, I
but
think that's
don't
the problem.
Like it.
Yeah. The last
It's
boss.
a bit forgettable.
The last boss.
Ivan Kelfest.
Is
Yeah,
He's at
It's
least
fine.
iconic in a way. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got
for
a
his
few,
big.
yeah. He's
a
got a
big
few
part of the
good
story.
mechanics.
Yeah.
He spawns all those power-up orbs that you need to
Yeah.
walk into
Yeah.
before he gets them back.
Yeah.
I don't mind him. I think I wouldn't do the whole dungeon just to fight Ivan Kelfest again.
No,
he's a
I
decent
would
fight.
not.
Yeah. You can tell that we don't have much to say about these two dungeons specifically. Because
Yeah.
they're
No.
just they were kind of meh. I know the comments section is gonna be on fire after this, that's fine. Actually, you don't understand the beauty of
Hey,
Kugane Castle.
There are good dungeons in Stormblood. We're going to be talking about one of
No.
the dungeons.
They will automatically
Japanese
they will
would
now
understand.
automatically ignore all the other dungeons we've talked about and then focus on the two that we picked out as bad. Because
Yeah.
here's the next one.
I love this song.
The Drowned City of Scala.
Mal didn't get
This-
this song.
No, I didn't.
This dungeon
This dungeon made me hopeful.
was so good
Hopeful for
that
what?
I
Good dungeons for the rest of the expansion.
this is the dungeon that made me forgive them for like releasing less dungeons.
Yeah.
Because
It
this
was
was
brilliant.
Yeah, they actually because we had those two. That was a bad omen.
Yeah.
That was like I thought, oh god, is
Yeah,
this
it was
the
a bad
quality
sign.
now? But then this comes out, and
It's got
yeah,
so much good stuff. I will forgive them for the ability mistake on Kelpie.
yeah, yeah.
Try
It
and
wasn't
pretend
that
it's
hard
the-
to figure
try and
out,
pretend
and then
it's
they
a trickster
changed
thing
it,
for
and
you.
it confused us a bit again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was a cool fight. The
yeah,
old one, which I
Yeah,
was the one with the Spriggans, which was really cool.
yeah.
yeah.
The Herodric poison. That was quite hard
Herodric's-
because it was untelegraphed, so you just had to.
Most of the
focus.
things are untelegraphed, except for the things that they actually like focus on players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's one of the first like mostly untelegraphed bosses. Well, I guess Stone Vigil Hard had that as well, but like
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yes,
interesting for a normal level dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And how do you top that off? You give amazing looking gear.
Oh.
Yeah, the gear's great.
Amazing.
The
looking
And this is
gear.
from the design competition.
Yeah.
It's inspired. All of it's inspired by the healer gear, which by the rest of the gear.
Yeah. The gear's really
And it's
good.
dyeable.
Yeah. But we should talk about the design of the actual dungeon itself, because there's a lot of detail put into this. There are like catacombs and whatever in here. Like there's like, we found like unique. Remember we went around and looked at like, this is like a unique asset. You don't see this again. I'm sure you see it again at in the last boss room, because there's like it's like covered with treasures. But during the dungeon, you would see like new stuff pop up, like assets and stuff. You also have these platforms that turn you into this like weird one-eyed creature to fly over the. Yeah.
That was unusual.
Yeah.
And you remember the flat fish near the start, Mel? It would make a good mount, wouldn't it?
It would make a good mount. I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. If only they'd make a mount out of that.
I think the only thing I can say that was bad about Scala was sort of the lore behind its discovery, in that it was a super ancient place that had been submerged for ages, and then here it is.
Yeah.
Garleans never could find this.
Yeah, it's literally right in front of them. Yeah, I don't know what that.
And then, no, it's not even that we find it easily. It's the Arenvald and Alphino just all in at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, hey, want to go treasure hunting? Like, it feels like a side quest. And then it's like, there's Scala.
Yeah, it does. It feels really... It's another one that feels very much like, we need a dungeon for this patch.
Yeah.
Here's the dungeon.
Yeah.
But it's a good dungeon, so I'm fine with them giving an excuse of a plot to bring us here.
Yeah.
The music's amazing.
The music is...
I love the music here.
And we got to see, whatever he's called, Mad King...
Oh yeah,
Roderick.
Theodoric.
No, not Roderick. What's his name?
Theodoric? Theodoric?
Theodoric. That's
Theodoric.
It.
Yeah. With his crazy hair.
Yeah. Looks like a Kingdom Hearts character.
Which was the minion?
The second boss can have a fat cat inside it as well when it opens up.
Yeah, I like that.
What was the minion that who was it? The salt and pepper seal.
It's a salt and pepper seal. I still need it. It's really cute.
Yeah, I still need
I
that.
need it too. Yeah. Okay.
Anyone want to give me one on Ragnarok? It's made of Vanadar. It's underneath my Stallone picture. Just
what are you fucking on about? Okay. That's Kugan. No, it's Kuganicas. The sunken.
Definitely not.
The drowned city of Scala.
Yes.
And then we got Hell's Lid. Which.
Was it going to have lava? Remember that? Remember that?
Yeah.
That if it didn't have lava, you were going to become...
Yeah, that was the thing. I forgot about that. It did have lava.
It was such an obviously easy bet.
Who was I think... Were you on the side of like it wasn't going to have lava, Mala?
It was one of those two. It was either Mala or Roller. I don't remember which one.
I don't remember. It's best not to look back at that.
Because there was a screenshot where there was no lava in the picture. There was just a picture of the last part of the dungeon. This is also to me one of my favorite dungeons because it had some like the visual is like in your face immediately when you start the dungeon.
All of the original patch dungeons for Stormblood are really good.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's true.
I liked the bit where you killed the 4 burning walls and then the lava split.
Yeah, where you jump into that. You jump down, don't you? Into like a
square of lava.
The first pull of this dungeon is hilarious though. It's
like crabs. 2 mobs.
Yeah.
And you can't bring them anywhere else.
Yeah.
You just need to kill these 3 crabs.
Yeah.
The
first boss is that it's that
gremlin thing? The big gremlin?
That big rock golem thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he runs up and tries to do a slash at you and you have to just run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has something that chases one
and he
person,
spews lava when he targets someone.
Yeah.
He was okay.
He was
quite easy.
Yeah.
He's quite dangerous as well. He can one-shot people.
He can.
He is,
what's the second boss? I'm trying to remember.
It's the long snake weasel thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a Jormungandr.
Right.
It's the giant version of your favorite minion.
Okay. Right. Okay, I see.
No, I remember what it is. Yeah, it was that thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It wasn't as interesting,
but it's fine.
In and out. Yeah, you had to go. It went in. Yeah, it was, I didn't like that middle section of this dungeon.
But
The last boss is good.
the last boss is
I didn't like the last pulls either.
I don't like the last pulls either. They feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss is good. Genbu was good. But...
Genbu was good.
I liked his arena. I like how the water would trace the arrows on the floor.
Yeah, it wasn't like circular.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty close to circular.
It was.
But it wasn't exactly circular.
Yeah. It was
one step at a time, Joe.
I will say I was more excited. I was a bit disappointed when that happened because originally you see that he's in this huge rectangular arena.
Yeah.
And then he just shrinks it to these 7 hexagons.
Yeah.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Also, I can't really speak for other classes, but the Farlander casting chest piece is amazing. It's like a Red Riding Hood sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a reskin of something else in the game, I think. I don't think it's original to this dungeon, but it's a different color.
Well, if you can find me the original, if it's dyeable, let me know.
It's not. Neither of them are dyeable.
No.
They just gave it to us twice in different colors.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Probably this patch was fairly strong, I think. It's the other dungeon that was released with this patch was the Fractal Continuum Hard.
Oh god.
Yes.
And although I really liked it, this was one of those dungeons that got that people started calling what was the name? This was just something people thought they kept getting. It felt like the Duty Finder just lent heavily towards this dungeon for some reason.
It is the faster dungeon of the two.
Yeah,
Fractal
it is.
Continuous.
Yeah, that's probably something like that was what they called it.
The
first boss sucked.
It's just a giant
the USB deck, flash drive.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
And it has like 3 mechanics and then it repeats them.
Yeah.
Only one of
what?
those mechanics was okay.
Very similar to the first boss of Fractal Continuum Normal. Had very few mechanics as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true to form.
But it does have a very satisfying payoff if you've done the Ixal story quest. Sorry, Beast Tribe.
I love the story of this.
I liked watching him go through and sort of discover his heritage and find out that he's actually just a monster.
Yeah. Well,
I like the conclusion that they reach after he discusses it with his leader afterwards.
Yeah.
I like how he just doesn't accept that. Oh, I'm an experiment. I have no real reason to be here.
It's just a very satisfying dungeon if you've done so much of the game. Like if you've done the Warring Triad, the second boss is great.
Yep.
And if you've done
the second boss is good. It'd be nicer if it was timed so that you'd actually get to
I
see
agree, because you can only get 2
more often.
Yeah.
Even on release.
I did get to see all 3 the first time I was there though, because I had a slow party.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. It was very good. The last boss
is boring.
Boring. It's
not amazing. No.
Oh, we forgot to mention the breaking of the windows thing. The first time I got jump scared in this game was
really
there.
fun the first time.
Yeah.
Because you're not expecting it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you were sort of expecting something with the trailer of it, I guess. They kind of and also you could see on the map if you knew it was going to happen, you could see when it would happen.
I wasn't expecting
but
that.
I wasn't the first time, so it was good.
Yeah.
I like the ones that keep trying and then they never get out.
I don't know if I like the noise they make after that long.
Yeah.
The music's good too. It's just from one of the rock album remix.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, they put it in the game.
I
found the pulls quite unsatisfying.
Yeah, it's Primal's one.
Yeah.
The trash pulls. But everything else was fine.
Yeah. Okay, and then there's back to an original again. The Swallow's Compass.
This is another good dungeon.
I don't know, Gil. It depends if you like sight or not.
What do you mean?
Miles is struggling with the
obnoxious screen effect that happens when you go into each of the
geomancers.
It's not that long. It lasts
It's
like
not long when it's
2
obnoxious.
seconds, maybe 1 second.
Yeah. It has some interesting visuals though. I mean, if you put aside the flash on the screen, I mean it's not it shows the element that they're casting, isn't it?
All
I think
not
three
like that
sections of
matters
this
anymore.
dungeon feel. All three sections of this dungeon feel really distinct from each other.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And of course the last boss is a flying monkey. I mean,
Yeah, that was weird.
The music is a little.
It's a bit slow, but
It's a
It's
little
fine.
slow.
It's also a little generic again for me. It doesn't stand out. I don't think I would have remembered this.
yeah, that's true.
This dungeon did underwater better than Sushi,
Yes,
and I really liked the second boss, visually and mechanically. I just
yeah,
found
the
it quite
second
fun.
boss is cool. I mean, it is just
It's the big
reskin
slappy man.
Sephiroth, but
Yeah.
he looks made of toothpaste.
But Milo loves
Yeah,
Sephiroth,
exactly.
so that's
I do love Sephiroth.
That's true.
yeah. But Sephiroth made of toothpaste.
Tooth-
Sign me up.
Oh, even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the last boss.
The
It was
first boss
weird.
has the flame mechanics as well. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
The Tingu.
The last boss
Yeah.
has the weird where you have to like
The stick.
the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has the stick, and you have to pay attention to whether it's long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's interesting.
And then it splits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah. There's like 2
I don't
monkeys.
really understand why it did that.
No.
true. Don't question it.
It was an okay dungeon. It was fine. I like the one when you're outside and you see
the
the
outside is very
noodles.
nice.
Yeah.
The noodles.
Oh yeah,
You
which
get to see Yancha from high up. It's really cool.
kind of looked like
And the-
corrupted crystal, but
No, but they're
were
noodle.
never explained.
It's noodle. I think we've.
The gear is great. I love the gear in here. I use most of the gear for my my caster glamour on my mate.
It's quite nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I liked the foot piece with the claws,
I don't use the foot piece.
but the chest piece was nice.
I combine it with the plague.
My
Plague
favorite
Bringer
is the
outfit.
Plague Bringer outfit.
Yeah, it's great too.
I'm sorry, everyone, that you have to listen to
Sleepy
this.
time.
Saint
I'm going to defend the
Mosian's
music here. I'm going
Arboretum
to defend the music.
hard.
It fits the theme because it's discordant, it's like off, and that's what's happening at the Arboretum. Yeah, after one run, it's the most obnoxious thing you've ever heard. But the first time, it was good. Come on.
I think for me, I thought, okay, this like the PA system or something. Like they have like is this because I don't understand why does it sound like this? Is this like is the Warrior of Light hearing this music? Is this like theme
Imagine
park
if they
music?
put this on the EP.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that theory is the only thing that makes sense to me though, because why would they? It sounds like it's in a hollow room. It sounds like
Yeah, it sounds like the Hinterlands theme filtering
yeah. What
a
is
metal-
happening?
through sound systems.
Yeah.
It's good.
Why didn't they use a remix of Arboretum normal?
No, yeah, I agree with
Arboretum's normal music is great.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I don't know why they chose Hinterland instead of the actual.
yeah. I don't
dungeon.
understand why they went with the Hinterlands remix.
Yeah.
But you know, the filter fit.
Well, yeah, I liked it the first time because I thought, okay, this fits with the like abandoned arboretum, like destroyed shit. But
Yeah,
it is very grating. Like,
No, I
listen to
actually-
this.
Oh, that bit was bad, yeah.
This is the actual theme in the game.
This kind of makes how I feel when I got the dungeon, though.
The dungeon is good though. I like the dungeon. There's like
Yeah.
there's you can become a corpiker.
that's the best part about the dungeon.
Yeah.
That's also the worst part about the dungeon.
No, why?
Stupid tree things that do the biggest AoE in the game.
Yeah, roly poly. Don't you
Yeah.
want to be a Corpica?
No, because then it'll last longer.
Yeah.
I thought you liked
Ah.
Arboretum.
I love Arboretum, but whatever those monsters are called, I hate them.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
Well,
like giant diakas, but I don't know.
That
Who's
middle
the best?
section is the worst bit. Where the trash section between, I think,
you.
boss 1 and 2 or boss 2 and 3.
I like it.
Yeah. I think if you can't do Saint Mosian hard without being a Corpica at least once, just me.
Yeah.
I also like the
And
washing
it does
mechanic.
no damage.
No, true, it doesn't. And if you do it properly, you will stack and get the monsters as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's the other thing. You can transform the other mobs into Corpicas, which makes them less dangerous.
Yeah.
Or you can be a moron and you can just stand away from the party and always get targeted, and then the mobs never get turned into it. And
But yeah, the washing mechanic.
The washing
is good
mechanic
too.
is neat. Like they're dirty
the
and then
bosses,
yeah.
what was the first 2 bosses?
I think the first boss is pretty unmemorable. It's a giant Chowchu that's brown.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't even.
It has the
oh
giant
yeah.
odious brat, which is interesting because you can still be in like the cast AoE for it, but if you get out of it before the animation starts, you still won't be affected
yes.
by it.
Oh yeah, it jumps across the arena. Yeah, that was clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we discussed that at the time, thinking they're improving netcode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure if they have, but
Uh,
it was cool.
yeah.
The grass succubus thing is all right. I like the conveyor belt stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Wait.
Yeah, you had to like get hit and pushed out in between the AoEs, didn't you?
Yeah, so you don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
hit by the golems
Yeah.
AoEs.
Yeah.
She was okay.
Hmm.
I like the last boss though, the big poo.
The big poo at the end.
I like how it's just a Corpica on a pudding model.
Yeah.
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 With his big lips.
Yeah. It's the great
First
mighty
it was
poo.
quite fairly punishing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's
It's
like
got
the
some fun
mechanic.
mechanic.
You have to make sure
If
the
you made the
shit
big
to-
one blow up,
yeah.
and it did a load of damage.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
It wiped you.
really powerful. I like how the first time you're there, it has the thing where there's 4 circles on the ground,
Yeah,
and then it
you
targets
think,
all the party
oh.
members.
Yeah. That was my first one. You think to we'll put them on these 4 circles.
Yeah.
And now we die.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a decent dungeon. The music is what breaks it for me a little bit, but it's, you know.
Yeah.
If the music was better, I don't think either of the hard modes are that bad. But
Yeah.
I think I
Stormblood.
generally hoped for the burn in this run rather than this, because this one, the pulls, the trash pulls felt quite long.
Yeah.
Really? I thought the burn was way longer.
I
Mm.
think
The,
that
the bosses in the burn are longer. The bosses in the burn have invulnerability
I
periods.
feel like Saint
That's
Mosian
fair.
is longer though, like in general, or is it not? I
Really?
feel there's like the lower level where you have to like clean all the stuff to get through, and then there's
That
another
doesn't take
level.
that long.
There's stupid trees that turn you into a corporate.
Oh, come on, Mel. It's not that bad.
I think
It is that bad. It's the biggest AoE ever.
Actually, thinking about it, burn might be longer. Yeah, actually, there's a lot more in the burn.
The burn has more pulls, I feel.
Yeah. Speaking of the burn, that's next.
Ah,
Oh, this music's great.
this was
You
Stormblood's Zelfatol.
That's,
A
what's
huge
that
area
mean?
on the map that could have been a
Oh.
zone and ended up being a dungeon.
I'm fine with that.
I wasn't
in
that upset about
retrospect.
this because I'm not a.
Yeah.
It was just
I'm
a
not a
desert.
burn fan.
No, but it was
Yeah,
just
it's
a
just
desert.
we've seen so many brown zones before.
Yeah.
I'm fine. It made an amazing dungeon. I'm happy.
It was
with
a
what they did
very
with it.
good dungeon.
Yeah, it's a good
Very
dungeon. The theme is good.
I quite like the theme.
The theme's really relaxing,
Yeah,
but like not sleepy time relaxing.
right.
Yeah.
It's got some mechanics in it. There's in the very beginning, in fact, there's like a little landslide thing that happens.
Yeah,
That's kind of fun.
don't get
Most
smashed by the
tanks
boulders.
Mhm.
don't put the mobs in them,
Right.
Yeah,
but you can, so start
you
doing
can.
that.
It's kind of a bother though because of how you have to drag them around a lot.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
But it makes it go quite fast then.
I do it at the first pull. The second pull, I don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we finally get to see the big worm. The big worm.
See the big worm.
Hollow worm. Dead. It's a skin, so it's probably still out there.
Yeah.
That's true. It is just it's a shed.
Yeah.
And it has the Allergan tube.
It does.
Yeah.
Shocking.
It dug through the tunnel, through the Allergan facility.
Yeah. Which.
But yeah, give me the burn hard so I can fight that giant one.
Let me just say that again no one ever forgets. Remember when I said, I think there's going to be something Allergan in this, and everyone was like, no, Lakil. Are you dumb? It's a desert. Because I saw a little piece of a glowing
disagree with
thing.
you at the time.
That's right, Georgi. We were on the same team. Okay. What was the first?
You went like it was
The first boss is the scorpion, the crystal scorpion.
Yeah, it puts 4 crystals down, and then if you
Get targeted
player,
right.
if you're a bad player, you'll put the target on the crystals and blow them up.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Do you know what? Plus 50 points to anyone who can kill 2 crystals in one target. Really good. Keep doing that, guy.
Yeah. The first boss was okay. It's mechanics we've seen many times before.
Yeah.
It's like the lunar cry from Fenrir and Snow.
Yes, it's just Fenrir again, basically. Yeah. The second boss, you went through the worm.
It's the Allergan Magnaroda.
Yeah, with all the.
Oh yeah, with the thin arena.
I liked the dashing across. You had to pay attention to which one was dead.
Yeah. Weird boss. I think it's weird because it was a little even though I predicted Allergan stuff, it was like, what? Okay, we're in an Allergan dungeon now, and the arena is very small.
Yeah, it's very small. Always a fan of small arenas, though.
Really, I don't know if it. I'm not a big fan of that specific.
Because you don't have to move as much.
Yeah.
No, more because it means it's more stressful. Like,
okay.
Because that boss had puddles as well that stayed.
Yeah.
So if you didn't place them well, I just like that dashing horse boss. I liked that one as well.
There's a point where it goes to dash off again. You can kill it before that, but if you don't, you get an ad to deal with.
Yeah.
That's usually when I alt F4 out of that group because they're not worth my time.
I love how you alt F4 out of the group. You're that asshole.
I don't really.
Right. The last boss.
The last boss was the Mist Dragon, and it was cool.
It's annoying how often it goes invulnerable, but it's still. I like the mechanics for it. I like how people didn't understand how the mist mechanic works.
Yeah, everyone kept attacking it and turning into mist and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that one. Well, that one as well. But also
you mean running around the edge?
Yeah, no one realized, why does the AoE appear so late?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to dodge this?
Oh, God. Yeah.
And it did
Mist Dragon's a really difficult boss on first run. It's probably the most difficult.
We wiped on it the first time I did it. Only once, though.
I can't remember if we wiped, but I do remember people dying. It was stressful.
People still wipe it in Mist Dragon in pugs.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, Mist Dragon was nice. Yeah. Overall, a very good dungeon. A nice second like it's not the last dungeon of the expansion, but it's you're close to it now.
Yeah.
But I think it's just time for us to finish with the Gimlet Dark. God, we're running overtime by a lot.
That's okay. We'll just finish after this and go on to Paul.
Yeah.
But at least we've got them all done.
Yeah. This is the end of the expansion.
An amazing dungeon.
I think we talked about it after release. This specific dungeon. What else is there to add? It's just an amazing dungeon.
It feels so epic.
It does.
It's like Alamigo, but so much better.
Yeah. It's. I think to put it in a nicer way than Cicero says, it was a. the way to get to this dungeon was a little weird. It felt a little compressed how everything just happened here. But it was... The dungeon itself is great, and the theme pulls all the right strings, like some callbacks and stuff. And you really feel you feel like you're in a battlefield. You're in the fucking trenches.
It feels like a war.
Yeah.
It feels like a real battlefield.
Yeah, it does. And you see people
like you're
fighting.
Back on Cartano or something.
Yeah, it's like the Cartano we never got. Because, you know, that never really happened. It was just a mob
and you
around
see
Madonna.
NPCs are like fighting around different things.
Back then, telling yourself that this is something you would get in like 8 years' time.
Yeah, that would seem impossible at the time with what we had.
Yeah.
This is also where we get to see, I'm assuming, a prototype of the trust system that we're getting soon. With the city-state leaders and the other people that we've followed in the MSQ fighting with us. And actually doing rotations and stuff. Seeing Kane Senna casting out a cure and then going straight into an arrow 2 and casting stone 4 is absurd.
I think she's pretty useless for me.
Kane Senna is a better healer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Where's Merylwyn? That's a good question. Where was she in this?
She is a class that we can't play as.
Good point. They ruined her chance of ever being... We can never see her fight.
She could just be a machinist.
No, don't do that.
They fight very differently.
The fact that Musketeer is still canon is...
Yeah.
Okay,
still
but
a sign above the Coral Tower.
They've got one attack animation for Musketeer, so they can just use that.
Yeah, they could have done that. Just shoot, just auto attack. The weird thing here is that they are voiced throughout all of this, but then at the last boss, they're not voiced.
Not voiced at all.
And it's like a scripted cutscene. And I think that's weird. Do you not like the last boss?
I hate the last boss.
The last boss is a bit anticlimactic.
The first boss had that like moving mechanic.
Mechanic.
It was really cool. I liked that. The second boss was okay. And then I was thinking, right, here comes Xenos. Here comes Xenos. Who are these idiots? It's Alpha and Alizé if they were Guardians.
Yeah. I like the little high five they do though. That's a nice. That's a nice
cool.
touch. And you can also like choose which one you want to start fighting at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
which one you target first?
Yeah. But other than that, it's not. Yeah, good dungeon
I like the Prometheus, the second boss, where it sends that giant blast out from the walls.
Oh yeah.
That was quite cool.
That was
actually
cute. Yeah.
It's a massive arena.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it random?
I always
thought. Wait, hold on. I thought you.
It is random. I think the first one might not be random, but I think when it launches after that, it's random.
I was always under the impression that the tank pulled let's say the red one, and that would be the one you would fight. But maybe they do change. I don't know. I'm a healer. I don't pay attention. Right. That's that. Gimlet Dark. Thumbs up. Good dungeon. Nice way to end the game. Yeah. Right. And on that note, we have reached the end of the episode. Good lord, time flies.
Very sad. Does anyone know if Rollo's back tomorrow?
No, he's not back tomorrow. I love how you asked that on air. We will be doing minimum eye level tomorrow, but we will do it without Rollo. Simple as that.
I don't agree with that.
The fuck are you saying?
Well,
you save that for after the show. We are doing minimum eye level as we have planned. Were you not here when Rollo said he was going to be away? We all agreed that we were doing minimum eye level without him. Well, okay, we'll see you after this. The post show will begin for Core episode 3. We don't use episodes for Core. It's the continuation of the Seal Rock story arc. It's what's it called? Legends Adrift. If you're watching live, if you're watching on demand.
Don't go anywhere.
You're fucked. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, Twitch twitch.tv/Speakers of Hydaelyn, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you're watching live, if you're watching on demand, or listening on demand. A link is in the description. Send us mugmail, speakersxiv.com/mugmail.
Maybe we'll read it next week.
We promise we'll read it one day.
One day. There's just a lot's happening.
There's a lot to talk about.
This review thing is taking all the time away. Okay, see you in the post show if you're watching live. Bye.
Bye, guys.